guys, it's Nikki with Nikki Expressions. Anyways, so today's topic, or poem, I guess would be the better word. I don't know. It's a topic. I'll talk about it. Today's thing is on abandonment. And this is for anybody who has ever felt abandoned, be it by a parent, be it by a relative, be it by a close friend, a sibling, a cousin, a teacher, I don't know, anybody. So yeah, for me, this one hits kind of close to home. I wrote it from personal experience, which I'll maybe get into later. I don't know. You get the idea. It's from personal experience. Anyways, so hope you like it. Independent from the start. Very young, you broke my heart. Yelling, fighting, screaming, crying. Never good enough, but I keep trying. Too young to understand what these words mean, but I know that tone. It's scaring me. I hide under the covers as the madness continues. Maybe, just maybe, I can jump out that window. Time flies by with much of the same. I've become immune to the chaos, and you're to blame. Then it happened. You both were gone. One to the world, the other to the mind. Either way, there was no one to call on. The next few years are filled with anger. Neither of you knew when I was in danger. A broken soul found broken friends. We all were lost, but in it till the end. One thing in common, we all were abandoned. We now had each other as companions. Our broken homes no longer mattered. We made our own memories full of laughter. More years go by, parents full of guilt. Precious time gone, the kids are now adults. All the memories never created, you abandoned us, now all those years are wasted. We grew up completely misguided, but the anger in us has now subsided. We missed out because of your mistakes. We'll make sure the cycle breaks and our kids don't have any of these heartaches. So I wrote that recently, channeling my inner self as a teenager. And I think I wrote something similar as a teenager, but I kind of threw away everything from my teenage years. I don't know why, so stupid. But anyways, I threw away all the work that I did because I didn't want to remember. Not saying I had a bad childhood. Let me back up real quick. I had a great childhood. I had a fun childhood. I had fun teenage years. I had great friends. I have great memories. But there was still a lot of hurt, pain, anger, whatever you want to call it. I called it abandonment because there is a lot of children and people who are now adults who grew up either single parent or no parents. Here's my definition of parent abandonment. One, if you straight up walk out on your kids, that's abandonment. Two, if you take the child from the other parent, you're the reason for abandonment. Unless there's like a dangerous situation, you got to get out. No, you're the reason for abandonment. And three, if the parent is if you as a parent are not sober, and I don't care if you drink, everybody social drinks, whatever, they smoke, whatever they do. What I mean by not sober is you are days and days just not sober. You're fucked up. You're high, you're drunk, whatever you are for many days. Then you've abandoned your kids also. While you're physically there, you're not mentally there, you're not emotionally there. If you walk out on them, you're not there at all. If you take them from the other parent, you don't give the other parent the opportunity to be there. So those are my three. Anyways, but yeah, so the reason I wrote it is like I said, I channeled my inner teenage self, and I was kind of going over just topics on what to write about. And one night a song came on, and it brought back teenage memories, and I was like, oh shit. And then I was like, you know what, let me share a little bit of my story, and maybe that'll help out some other people. And so fast forward now, now I have a great relationship with both my parents. I'm almost 24, so it took a while. But yeah, so I have, me and my mom have a great relationship, me and my dad have a great relationship, and I've accepted their mistakes as parents and who they were as parents and who they weren't as parents. But you also kind of learn to break the cycle. And the thing of it is, a lot of people don't realize how to break that cycle. And it's still a fear of mine when I have kids. Like, what if I don't break the cycle? I think I will, but still. And so, you know, my mom did to me what her mom did to her, which was leaving for a while. My dad did to me what his dad did to him, which was not being there emotionally for a while. And so then this happens, and I'm sorry, mom and dad, for putting business out there. Anyways, so then this happens, and it's like, then years go by, and now they're full of guilt. I don't think they are anymore. I hope they're not anymore. I mean, like I said in the end of the poem, the anger subsided. Like, you know, everyone's forgiven, and that's just it. Everybody will come to that forgiving point in their own life. But it's still, you know, it's a rough patch to get through. I wouldn't change any of it because I like the person that I am today, and I wouldn't be that person if it didn't happen. It's just sad to see so many people now grow up in these broken homes. Like, I don't know statistically, maybe I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like more people grow up in houses where the parents aren't together than they do where the parents are. And I could be wrong. It could just be, like I said, my circle of friends who grew up like that. Actually, I have a lot of friends whose parents are still married, so I probably am wrong. But anyways, my point is, it's if you're an adult who went through that, not even an adult. If you're an adult, you've probably accepted it, and you've probably moved on with your life. And, you know, some of you out there have toxic parents, and you have to cut them off. And I know what that's like, you know, and it could, maybe it's forever, maybe it's just for a few years, you know, to kind of to take care of yourselves. Like a bad relationship, when people end up coming back together, it's like, well, I worked on me. Oh, I worked on me too. Oh, let's try this again. Like, it can go like that with your parents, believe it or not. It does go like that in certain cases. And so I just wanted to like shed a light on that and kind of make everybody see that they're not alone in that, and that it is common, and that it does pass, and to just break the cycle. And it's hard to break. The part that's hard about breaking the cycle is, and I'm guilty of this, is sometimes you forget how it affected you at that time. Because like with me, for instance, if I think back to when I was like 7 and something that like hurt my feelings or something, well, I don't remember exactly how it hurt my feelings. And I fast forward now, you know, about 15 years later, and it's like, well, did I do my math right? 18, 19, 20. Yeah, about 15 years later, and then it's like, well, it's okay. Like, I've turned out fine. And so then it's that mentality right there. That's where the cycle keeps going. Because it's like, well, I turned out fine, so if it happens, it'll be okay. And it's like, no, it will be okay, but do you seriously want to, like, do this again? So that's really all I have for that one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, I think, I guess if you have questions, you can reach out. But no, if you have any questions, I would love insight on what your guys' opinions are on that, or if any of you come from like a broken home or something. I'd love insight like that. That's all I got for today. Take care. Bye. We were all abandoned. We know we damn it. I can't get this reading right. Fuck. Okay, let's start over. Broken home or something. I'd love insight like that.